Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to a new ranked ladder. We're starting the August 2025 season, and I'm going to start this video a little bit differently because, for whatever reason, this wasn't announced in game, but I noticed something in the starting ladder rewards and decided to look into it a little bit more. So, here's what I found. 2026 competitive season changes and improvements in Pokemon Trading Card Game Live. So the quick summary is improvements to the player experience, ranked ladder reset compression effective immediately, so that's what prompted this research. The expanded battle pass to level 100, which is currently ongoing for Black Bolt and White Flare, but they're going to continue that for Mega Evolution, and the intentional quest design double XP. So, hello trainers! Congratulations to everyone who competed in 2025 Play Pokemon competitive season and to our newly crowned Pokemon Trading Card Game World Champions. We're honored to play a role in your training, and that is a responsibility we don't take lightly. We are also delighted to be getting more feedback through our Community Ambassador program and the community conversations springing up around that program. We see you and we hear you. Thank you for your continued contributions to the community. As we head into the new 2026 Play Pokemon competitive season, we're making immediate intentional changes to improve your Pokemon TCG Live experience, and you can expect continued improvements as we go. Ranked ladder reset changes. This is the big one. We have heard loud and clear that the reset for each ranked ladder is too harsh, causing experienced players a lot of pain as they work their way up from Quick League back to Master League. While this was originally well-intentioned to give players a chase and challenge, we have since realized there are more sophisticated ways to do this. We also improved the implementation of our ranked ladder earlier this year, giving us greater flexibility. We are happy to report that starting immediately with today's July 2025 ranked ladder reset, players will now drop a maximum of 8 full ranks when a ladder turns over, as opposed to unilaterally returning to Quick League. This more compressed reset better honors players where they land on the ladder and reduces the amount of time expert players spend in the grind to Master League. We still have room to tune how these settings work, but we have opted to adjust the compression gradually and monitor both player feedback as well as how it affects the community over the course of a few releases, before making further changes. Enjoy study season with the knowledge that your progress will go further towards future ranked ladder awards. Of course, players who skip a ranked ladder will get reset twice and will eventually end up back in Quick League. So, I noticed this because, after the reset, I was dropped down to just Gardevoir in the Great League as opposed to all the way back down to Quick League. So, I personally, I can see where the complaint was. Starting completely over did make it, more. It made it more work to get back to the Master League. But honestly, it wasn't that hard. Even though mine would kind of come down to the wire and I would make it back within a day or so of the reset, that's me playing casually. I usually only play enough matches to complete my quests and then I'm done for the day. And that's because, I have a full-time job, I have part-time jobs, and I'm also full-time husband and father. So my time is limited, and when you factor in not only playing but also editing and posting the videos, that was the harder part for me, not just getting to Master League. If I recorded nothing and posted nothing, I could make it much more easily, but this does make it more rewarding to get further, so I appreciate that aspect of it. Alright, moving on. Battle Pass expansion carried forward to Mega Evolution series. Many players noticed there were changes made to trade credit values in the July release to help balance out the new 10-card boosters. However, we also made a very intentional change to make our Battle Passes both longer and easier to progress through, which should yield better overall access to the cards and trade credits over the lifetime of each expansion. This was done via a combination of game design changes. We increased the amount of XP awarded per quest, we increased the number of levels in the Battle Pass, and we made each level within the Battle Pass more rewarding. We're really happy with the new engagement thus far, and we plan on keeping the 100 level Battle Pass design unless player behavior changes in a way that requires further adjustment. Pokémon TCG Live is designed to provide a great competitive experience for our elite players, but we also want to provide a fun and accessible experience for those new to the game. The Battle Pass is a key part of that accessibility. These recent July changes were our next attempts at improving the experience, and we're thrilled to see them working. There's still room for us to improve the Battle Pass experience, though. We're aware that it can be a bit anticlimactic when you complete one early. This is something that's planned to be addressed in the future, but with no concrete timing just yet. We'll include details in a future update once we have more to share. And speaking on that, I do appreciate how much you get in the Battle Pass now. Like I was able to get so many awesome cards. The collector's crates are great, but I do feel like even expanding it to 100, it did feel like I completed it really early. Like, the expansion lasts 2 ranked seasons, so you have July and August, Black Bolt, and then White Flare. But I completed the Battle Pass way before the first season was even over. So now as I play, all I'm opening is the rank rewards once I achieve the rank, which again, not too bad. I'm happy for the rewards that I got, but I do feel like if they added like an additional 50 levels or so and kept the double XP rewards, all that stuff, and just made it even more like, I understand the balance. You want to make it rewarding, you don't want to make it too easy, but you also don't want to frustrate people who grind and just can't get to the end. So I think there's definitely some more balancing to do, but this is our first time with the new expanded Battle Pass, so we'll see if that changes when Mega Evolution comes out. Okay, intentional quest design and double XP. As many of you may have noticed, we've been getting more intentional about our quest design after receiving critical feedback earlier this year. Cassiopeia one, I remember that. It was, play this specific card, and it was a card I didn't own, and I wasn't sure where to get it. So, our intent is to keep the first 2 daily quests casual friendly and make the 3rd daily quest a bit more challenging for players looking to push themselves. We will sometimes run double XP challenges in this 3rd quest slot to help players who want to go further in the Battle Pass do so faster. Check out new double XP quests during study season from August 28th to September 25th, 2025, and complete those last few levels of our final Scarlet and Violet Battle Pass. So I've already completed it, and I do like having the 3rd one be a challenging thing, but I do think it needs to be expansion specific, like what they've been doing. Attach a fire energy. Think of using the Reshiram deck. So I really like that they gave that hint in there, as opposed to here's some random card that exists somewhere, use it, and yeah. But I won't go into the frequently asked questions, but I will post the link to this. This is just the official Pokemon site, community forums, and yeah, we'll get started with the new August ranked ladder. Something new that I'm going to try for this ranked ladder season is I'm gonna try out the decks that the winners used at Worlds, or rather I should say I was gonna do that, but then if you look at the top 8, which is kind of what I want to focus on, I'm gonna use 8 different decks and play them 10 battles each, see how well I do, and then just progressively go to a new one. But there's some duplication here, and I didn't want to do that. Like, I don't want to try, let me try this Charizard and Pidgeot deck, and then this Charizard and Pidgeot deck, or this Anzorark and this Anzorark, especially since I don't like Anzorark. But I decided I would go a slightly different route, and I'm going to go with the most successful decks by points. And so if you see, you kind of have like the main archetype there with the icon, and then you have the count, meaning this is how many of those decks showed up in Worlds. and then you have the points. So we're going by points, and I'm going to start with 8 and work myself up to 1. And you'll notice that this list does differ from the last list. Like Golden Go was the one that accumulated the most points, but Golden Go was not the deck that won. It was actually a Gardevoir deck that won all of Worlds overall. So we're going to start with the Joltik box. We're going to move to Marnie's Grimmsnarl, then Flareon, which I think is a surprise inclusion. I did not expect it to be that present and do that well. Then Charizard, Gardevoir, Raging Bolt, Dragon Bolt, and finally Golden Go. So 8 different decks, 10 battles each, that's 80. And especially since I'm not starting from the very bottom of the ranked ladder, that may be enough to get me back up to Master League. But if not, that's okay. I'll just find another one to use. But I want to scroll down just a little bit and look at the ones that are outside of the top 8. So we've got Zoroark, which I will not be using because, as I mentioned, I don't like it. But then I've got down there at number 10, Terrabox and Ho-Oh Armarouge. And I'm surprised that only one person, the count is only 1 for each of those. Those are both decks that I've played in the past and enjoyed a whole lot. Of course, Ho-Oh Armarouge is what I used to get me to Master League in the July ladder. But, you know, maybe I'll resurrect my Wellspring Ogerpon Terrabox deck if I don't make it to Masters with the rest. When Shaman first came out, it was everywhere, and it made attacking the bench just pointless, so Terrabox kind of went away, or at least it did for me. But people have kind of gone away from everybody, including Shaman, so it looks like it's viable again, at least for now. But yep, that is the plan. So the first set of 10 that you'll see me use is the Joltik box, and we'll see how we do with that.